the case of both of my duos, and I think really what you hear in this record with Mela is that we were aligned in both ways. The music is powerful in our lives beyond what the style or the genre or the notes are in a similar way, I think, that we identify with right away without almost talking about it.
Mm.
And then in terms of like what it is, in terms of how it could work together inside or outside of a genre, it's less bounded for us. It's more about sound and texture and form and, the bigger questions as opposed to a stylistic boundary that would keep something out. And it also didn't feel like we had to layer, okay, you're in a style and I'm on a style and we're going to do them at the same time. It was more like I have this and you have this other thing and how do we work together? How do we play together? And so I think the value system matched, even if musically the things seemed very different. And I think that's the first thing that I think that has to happen because we all come with our background and our training and our perceptions and what we care about, what we value, what we love. And if some of those fundamental values are the same and shared, then there's a lot of room to play. Or conversely, if you play the same style and you have the same repertoire and you have the same chops, then that's also easy because you could just say like call a tune or say like, if you're a classical musician and you play strings, you could say like, oh, we're going to play this string quartet by Mozart and everybody knows the part and the other stuff may or may not come together,
Yeah.
but you know the music or the way that people say like, oh, we're going to play a blues in F or we're going to play All the Things You Are. If you know those forms or that tune, then you're good. And in this music, it's more about kind of the what music does that becomes the driver. Then you can put other stuff in there. You could try different things and see what works. And so I think that's where, from what I understand of my friends who are modern improvisers, that's where it's a lot the same
Yeah.
as modern classical music in a way, because in modern classical music, you come with textures and an idea of form and a tone and phrasing and a gestural approach to things. And you have all this repertoire that informs your instincts. And then when you come in modern improvisation, you have like a whole other set of techniques and approaches and your chops and all your things that come from playing maybe a variety of different jazz styles or popular styles or both. And then there's likely going to be a way to build something together. You're kind of building an aggregate form. And so in that way, I think there's a lot of similarity. What we're drawing on is different.